Welcome back with another video. And today I want to touch on a very interesting topic. I've been watching a lot of cricket videos, man. I've been watching a lot of cricket videos. I've been watching Jared Kimber. I've been watching Sports to the Bone, Big Ups, Lennox Sports to the Bone. I've been watching Caribbean Cricket Podcast, Big Up Marshall St. Patrick Hewitt. I've been watching Cricket 8. I've been watching Sky Sports, and one of the biggest talking points I've been hearing is that T20 leagues are taking over the world. T20 this, T20 that, Test cricket is dying. And basically, today I want to look at, is CPL the best T20 league in the world? Is it? Is CPL the best T20 league in the world? Right? Not going to get into what all the different platforms been saying about IPL and Vitality T20 Blast. I'm just going to look at the CPL numbers because it's very interesting. We'll look at the crowds in CPL. You listen to Sportsmax, you hear they're saying the turnout excellent in Antigua, not so much in St. Kitts, decent turnout in St. Lucia. But what does the numbers say about CPL? And I'm going to look at it from a different perspective. What do I mean a different perspective? So, first thing I'm going to present is the top 10 batters in CPL in terms of most 50s. I like to start right there because metrics that I use to look at leagues is the quality of batsmanship, and then I like to compare them across the different leagues. And I'm mainly going to compare CPL and IPL. Since you know IPL is a global league that everyone says the best T20 league, but is it? Is IPL the best? Now, Shoaib Malik has 12 50s, right? In CPL. And Shoaib Malik has played how many games? Shoaib Malik has played quite a few games, 67, right? So if you look at that, he's scoring a 50, one in every 5.5 innings. I'm going to make this quick, right? Look, next best is Pollard. We can't really use Pollard. Only 13, 50 plus scores. Pollard, but way down. So let's not even look at his ratio. Nicholas Pooran, 13, right? And Pooran has played 105 matches. So it's poor as well. That's not even 1 in 7 or 1 in 8. That's pretty poor. Right? Brandon King, 13 50s in 70 odd matches. He's 1 in 7. Brandon King is 1 in 7. 150 in every 7 innings. Andre Fletcher, 16 50s. He's played all the games from the initial stages. He's like 1 in 7, 1 in 8 as well. Here's the guy with the best. Colin Munro, 17 50s. He's like 1 in 4.5 games. Sounds like CPL is pretty tough. Chris Gale. Look at this, guys. Chris Gale has 1750 plus scores in CPL, and he has basically 83 innings. So call it 1 in 5. 1 in 5 for Chris Gale, 150 in every 5 innings. And I put up Chris Gale's IPL numbers as well. Um, he has 37 50 plus scores in IPL in 141 innings or 142 games. That's 1 in 4. That's better than 1 in 4 too, right? Alright, but let's round it up to say 1 in 4. So Chris Gale is scoring 15 every 4 games in the IPL. His average is better in the IPL. His strike rate is better in the IPL. His highest score is better in the IPL. Whoa. Now, based on that, you might say IPL seems easy and so it is a better T20 league. Fine. Let's skip Johnson Charles, skip Evan Lewis. Let's go to our best CPL batter in terms of most 50s, Lendl Simmons. And I would say he's probably been the best, right? 20 50s in his 90 games. So 20 into that's 1 in 4.5. So 150 in every 4.5 innings. And Lendl is our best CPL batter. That's crazy. Now, if you look at IPL, right? If you look at IPL, if you look at the Virat Kohli, if you look at all of these guys, is 1 in 4. 1 in 4 for Virat Kohli. David Warner, David Warner has 66 50 plus scores in 184 innings. That's 1 in 3 for David Warner. David Warner has 150 plus score in every 3 innings. That's exceptional. Top quality. You're not getting that in CPL. 150 plus score in every 3 innings? No. So let's look at the average scores in each of these T20 leagues. And I think, oh, by the way, I couldn't generate the average score in SAT20. It's just been around for 2 years. And I didn't want to do hand computation. I didn't want to take out my calculator, look at all the games, and then add up the scores and divide by 20. That's actually too much, right? So, of course, I went on Ask ESPN Crick Info, and after doing that, I got these numbers. The average score in IPL 166, Big Bash 161, CPL 159, PSL 168, BPL 156, Lanka Premier League, and the Vitality T20 Blast in England. Just off these numbers, I would say, you know which one I'm saying is the best T20 league? Anywhere around about that 160 mark. So the best T20 league in the world, I would say is between CPL and Big Bash. Anything over 165, batters bat dominating ball on average. All right, bat dominating ball. Um, Round about 160 is that sweet spot. I think BPL is good as well, right? Anything over 165. So Lanka Premier League, PSL, flat pitches, IPL over 165. That's crazy. Now there are many variety in all of these T20 leagues, right? There are many varieties. So even when you look at 166 in IPL, there are going to be grounds that average 200 and there are grounds that average 120. Likewise, in CPL, there's St. Kitts averaging 200 that ground, and then oftentimes you have Guyana that's going to average around about 140, 150. And then you have grounds that average like 120. Then you have St. Lucia that average like 160, 170. So there's always variety, right? But overall, I would say that, Big Bash to get 160, CPL round about 160 means that there's a balanced contest between bat and ball. Let me say it again. Big Bash, there's a balanced contest between bat and ball. It's just enough for the batters, just enough for the bowlers, and just enough to keep us entertained as fans. So for me, I would say CPL is number one. I mean, 161 is perfect, but I just think that Big Bash with that two overseas player rule in the 11, that kind of take away the audience from just, so it's mainly an Australian audience because you only have two overseas players. You might have a one man from Afghanistan and one from England, or one West Indian, and it's not as inclusive, especially with globalization now. CPL, with yeah, 5 games they can play 5 overseas players. Um, Bangladesh Premier League, it's I don't know, it doesn't get as much attention, but I think it's a good league. But then I don't know. I think it's a really good league. When I watch the games, it's pretty good. So it's up there as well. But of course, the number one fan base is in India, and so of course you're gonna see that IPL stands out. You're gonna find that it has the highest viewership. But what I want you to do, right? Before you make an assessment to say which T20 league is the best, I want you to look at the number of viewership that's being watched for the IPL. Then also look at the Indian population. Then look at the ratio. Look at the Caribbean viewership for CPL. Then look at the Caribbean population and then look at the ratio. Likewise, do the same for the other leagues, right? So Australia Big Bash, look at the average viewership in Australia. Look at the viewership numbers in Australia and then divide by the Australian population. Just to get an idea of, the viewership per area, right? Then you can make your conclusion. But tell me from these numbers I've presented, Which T20 league do you think is the best? I think CPL is very underrated. It's the best competition in terms of balance between bat and ball, right? It's crazy as that may sound. I think CPL is the best. But you tell me, leave your thoughts. It's your boy Ronaldo, and I'm out.